There's a big story that apparently the President of the United States last June wanted to fire Robert Mueller.
All right. Well, the president says it's fake news. That happened last June. You know, it's something we have to tell you about because it is a headline in the New York Times. What do you think about that? Do you even care?
But let's begin with this. The pro-Trump media is escalating its war on Robert Mueller. One of their weapons is confusion. So the challenge for you and for me is to refuse to be confused. Let's lay it all out here. Almost every day, there's at least one new revelation about how many people Robert Mueller has interviewed and how much the special counsel investigation has learned about the inner workings of Trump world. Mueller knows the president has repeatedly tried to pressure law enforcement officials and impede the investigations into Russian interference. So leak by leak, like the ones that were there on screen, it becomes clear Trump is in more and more of a precarious situation. So, with those leaks in mind, here's how it works. The worse it seems to get for Trump, the wilder the conspiracy theories get, the crazier the counter-narrative from Trump's allies. Check this out. This is a montage, just a few of the examples this week, talking about the deep state, terrible texts, and secret societies.
From what we've seen, it's shaping up to be the biggest scandal in American history. This is going to make Watergate look like an afterthought.
There are concerns about a so-called secret society.
Secret societies in the FBI.
Secret society, the missing text, the insurance policy, the dossier, it all adds up.
Abuses committed by the very top officials in the deep state. You can't make this up in a spy novel.
A spy novel? Fiction writing actually sounds like a great fit for Sean Hannity, because he's no good at the facts. When GOP congressmen started talking about an alleged secret society of anti-Trump FBI agents, Hannity ran with it. But when the full context came out and the secret society text looked like a dumb joke, Hannity dropped it. That's how it works. They then find some other way to attack Mueller. But the message is always the same. See these Muellergate banners from Hannity the other night? It straight up says on screen, investigating the investigators. Fox's message is that Trump is the victim of a deep state plot to ruin his presidency. And remember, the president watches this stuff and reacts to it. So one day, he tweets during Fox and Friends that the missing text message thing is one of the biggest stories in a long time. And then again during Laura Ingram's show at night, where are the 50,000 important text messages? Now, this is about the two FBI officials that were secretly dating and constantly texting each other, trashing Trump and other politicians. Of course, Trump totally mangled the facts about this in his tweets. I mean, yes, the two employees did talk a lot, and the DOJ reviewed 50,000 text messages in total, but we don't actually know how many texts went missing, and it's a moot point now since they've been found. But do you see what's happening here? The more we talk about texts and jokes and memos, the further we get from Trump's dishonesty, his unstable behavior, and his attempts to undermine the Russia probes. This is what it means to have two different universes of information. Just look at what happened on Thursday, when the New York Times broke that news that Trump ordered Mueller fired back in June, but backed off when the White House counsel threatened to quit. Well, the two reporters immediately called in to CNN and MSNBC. There was rolling breaking news coverage on cable, except on Fox. Tucker Carlson ignored the story, and an hour later, Hannity dismissed it.
The New York Times is trying to distract you. They have a story that Trump wanted Mueller fired sometime last June, and our sources, and I've checked in with many of them, they're not confirming that tonight. And the president's attorney dismissed the story and says, no comment, we're not going there. And how many times has the New York Times and others gotten it wrong?
Then, after a commercial break, reality intruded.
We have sources tonight just confirming to Ed Henry that, yeah, maybe Donald Trump wanted to fire the special counsel for conflict. Does he not have the right to raise those questions? You know, we'll deal with this tomorrow night. We have a shocking video of the day to bring you, by the way. This footage comes to us from Arizona, where you see that red SUV, high-speed police chase, ultimately.
All right, cut it off. That's the alternate universe in action. That it is right there. Let's just turn to a video of a police chase. The challenge for us as news consumers, and the challenge for people like me as reporters, is to refuse to be confused, to refuse to fall for all these traps, all these theories, all this noise, and instead to stay focused on the huge story that's unfolding in Washington.